Hello Internet, my name is Max7238, and after so long, we are back in the Stairway to Heaven. I'm going to demonstrate Heaven C. I'll bring us up to the end of it, and I'll post in the description, hopefully I'll remember, I'll post in the description what I remember and what I've been able to record of Heaven C. I should have a pretty extensive list, if not a complete one. I don't think it's complete, I'm pretty sure it's just I recorded all the weapons that I thought would be useful and that I really wanted, and it was only on one of my particular playthroughs, so it wasn't even all of the weapon types that would be good for any character. Like, I think I missed most of the impact weapons and whatnot, like the explosives. But what I've got, I'll give to you guys, and this is just going to be sort of a short demonstration of Heaven C, and then we'll move on to that doorway over there to my left, the final floor. So as I stated in a previous video, and as it says in the help menu, Heaven C, you keep your stats. I still have all my health. I still have all of my, defense and whatnot and everything. But I do not have any of my weapons. They're all blacked out. I can't use any of them. And even if I go over here, I can't equip them either. It's just empty. Done. If you want anything, you have to earn it. So I'll probably do maybe just one or two of these floors, and then you guys will see the final floor. But this is it. Okay, I'll have to get up to a point where you can see the multiple doors, because the multiple doors is kind of the point. Well, it would be on the final floor. But so, okay, so this guy's dropped an auto crossbow. So since he dropped it, now I can go back to the room and I can equip it. They've also got pistols here, I see. And you see next stage teleport activated. So in other words, if you don't really feel like clearing all these floors, what you think you can do the first time you come in here is, oh, okay, all I gotta do is clear one room and then I can move on. That's great. I'll just clear the first room and every single thing, and then the rest of it can be skill. Yeah, and then you get all the way up to the top, the very top, and you're at floor 99, and you think, oh yeah, I'll just carry this through with skill, and then you can't even damage the boss because, well, you'll see. But no, you do need to, at some point, make it to the end of these floors at least a couple of times, and if you're just going for a completion run, then hopefully my list in the description will help you out, because that will basically show you, like, oh, okay, if you want these types of items, this is kind of where you should be, that sort of thing. And then you can just get the most powerful items that you possibly can, and use those to fight the final boss. Oh wow, recover energy. Man, I was really hurting for that one on me stuff. I'm in rare form today. Like, this is 7:30 in the evening. It's Easter as well when I'm recording this. School semester's been going like crap. Like, I'm just generally still depressed from the winter. It just won't go away. But I'm so sick of not having this done, and I've wanted to play this game again for a while, so here I am. I'm probably also going to, immediately after this, and after I get this uploading and everything, I'm going to do my one-shot of D-Tower Man. And yeah, that is going to be hard. Like, I'm not even in practice for that, but I don't feel like I want to. I don't feel like I want to be in practice. Part of what motivated me to do this video was I just got finished watching Jacksepticeye play through Shadow of the Colossus. I've been meaning to watch him play that for a long time, and I hadn't done it, and so I just kind of threw myself at it, and I'm kind of happy that I did. Alright, so you think that, oh, okay, well, I got, like, this thing, and I got a rifle, and, like, wait a minute. Yeah, higher caliber, it's a handgun. Oh, okay, I'm getting it mixed up, so 461 and 60, yep, that's what I thought. Unequipped the wrong one, that's all. So, technically you have the most powerful handgun that you could get on your first run of the tower, and they just hand that to you. So now you got a really strong weapon on your head, and you can move forward. That guy had a shotgun? I don't know, I killed him too quickly to see. Was there not any way? I could have swore there was a way Or maybe I'm only thinking of, yeah, I must be thinking of Rengoku 1. Being able to look at your opponent. But yeah, see, they're still giving me pistols and stuff. It's like, but didn't I just get that in the previous area? Well, yes, you did. But the difference is that that first one's sort of like an intro. A lot of the reason why I like this game, and I've said throughout the course of the playthrough that, you know, the game does design very well, even if the actual, you know, like, controls are a little bit clunky and whatnot, and the game is repetitive. You know, I can't really criticize a game for being repetitive. I can criticize a game for being tedious. I can understand criticizing a game for being tedious, but not repetitive. You can't really criticize a game for being repetitive because you can't show me a game that's not repetitive. You can't. It doesn't exist. You know, you can sit down and say, like, oh, well, this game has so much variety. Yeah, well, the game has variety in environment and whatnot, but the mechanics are probably still the same. And that's just something that I find strange. But anyway, so you can criticize a game for being tedious, and there are some things in this game that are tedious, like going through Heaven like this. Your very first time, when you think you have to go through each and every single thing. Yeah, this is going to be assault rifles. I'd like to get one to drop, but then again, I'm not going to be doing this the whole time, so it's not that big a deal. Another thing is that they get you into this whole mode where it's like, oh yeah, it's only 3 enemies every time, no big deal. Well, no, that's, again, just, they ease you into it. There it is, 20mm Vulcan. And you can see that when you get a new item in this game, I think I've mentioned it before, you've probably seen it a bunch of times. When you get a new item, it's a different color. I think it's blue. And that was yellow. I've been here before. It's proof that I've been here before on this save file, if the elevator being open wasn't proof enough. Okay, so I got different weapons that time. Yeah, technically I was still getting pistols and whatnot, but this is a unique weapon that I believe only drops in Heaven, and only on this floor. And it barely heats up. I mean, it's just a really good auto weapon. Let's see. Floor 77 would be the first boss. I won't go that far. Here we go. Okay, this is probably about as far as I'm gonna go. So now we've run into shields and claws, and there's the multiple doors. And see, he can just kind of throw up his shield. I don't have anything with guard break on me, except for my chest attack. But that's hard to combo into, especially when somebody's using a shield. And he overheated it, so he's dead. So now you'll see what the format of these floors is mostly like. There we go. So notice that only one door opened, right? And I got kite armor, so I'm gonna go back through here. It forces you to go through it in sequential order. And the further on you go, obviously the more advanced the weapons get. And each floor has a theme to it. If you've already looked at the list down below, you could probably tell that. It's a very good place to level up your stats, because you can just pick up weapons that are good with your particular character type. And yeah, like I'm just getting straight like 1 EXP every time for bullet. And I don't believe that you can actually stay on one floor long enough for the EXP to start dropping off, because there's only a limited number of enemies per floor. If you want there to be more enemies on a floor, what you have to do is like kill 2 guys, back out of the room, kill 2 guys, back out of the room, because they will always spawn every time you enter the room. It's just, you know, if you leave, like here, I'll do it right now. I just killed 1 guy, right? So the other guy spawned. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna refill my ammo, we'll go back to the room, and I'll have to kill 3 guys. And that's one of the ways that I was trying to get Overdrive, the Overdrive HD that I had in my head, that I was complaining about it being ridiculously overpowered, and then I think I just used it a ton. Yeah, that thing. I thought I remembered that it dropped in Heaven C towards the top. And maybe it does, and I just never found it, but there was a guaranteed drop at the top of Heaven A, but I got it from Heaven A, and I was trying to get it in Heaven C, and so I stayed here, and I kept, like, respawning the last room of, I think, floor, like, 97 or 98 over and over and over again, and it just... I couldn't get it to do anything. And it was really frustrating. And I eventually just kind of gave up and moved on, and that's when I recorded H.E.A.V.E.N B, I believe. Or no, that's when I recorded H.E.A.V.E.N A. Because I did want to go through some practice with this beforehand. And I mentioned that, and I'm really out of practice right now, but that's not going to matter too much. I also didn't refill my ammo, so I'm going to be punching things here in a minute. But yeah, these guys hurt a lot. Because whatever weapon type they happen to be using, they're also very high level, like, for that particular weapon. And that's on purpose, because they don't want you coming in here and just being awful. Now I don't have my, like, blow away attack on my chest, because I have the kite armor. See, if I had the heat armor, I'd have that attack. And now he's gonna combo the crap out of me. I don't really care if I die, because now you guys know what to expect in H.E.A.V.E.N C. And really, this is all it is. There's no weird puzzles or anything. There's just you amassing equipment and trying to reach the top. And you can take my warning that if you do not amass proper equipment before you reach the top, you are going to regret it. And you don't even have to take my word for it, because I'm just going to show you. But here, let me... Just so you see what the map looks like, it'll generally be like that. It looks almost like a sword when it's done, because it'll just go up 2 or 3 floors, or 2 or 3 rooms, and each one has the little portals in between. That's the green diamonds. And you have to defeat all the enemies in one room in order to move on to the next one, just like before, you know. It's pretty self-explanatory. But now, which one was it? I hope I didn't save over it like an idiot. Nah, because this is me way back when. I think I might have saved over it. I bet you I did, like an idiot. Where is this? '84. I might have to continue from here, actually. Because I don't see anywhere that I have a particular save state for it, unless I have an actual save file. Okay, there we go. There's the save file. So I was supposed to load that one, and instead I loaded the other one, and then I was going to load the save state. Okay, well, we can fix that. Because unlike the old game... Oh yeah, this is also where I was just in the zone, so I had it set way down, and I was just listening to music and going through with it. So we're going to load the floor 98 stuff, and yeah, once again, it just turns off the music and everything. So let me go back in here, because it's kind of important. Oh, actually... No, yeah, that's right. So, this is where I got up to. And the floor is not even completed, so let's go do that, so you can see. This is Deucalion's theme from the original Rengoku, the controller of the tower. I wasn't kidding when I said that all of H.E.A.V.E.N was nothing but rips from Rengoku 1, just made with different mechanics and placed really cleverly. Personally, I like it. A lot of people might call it lazy, but... But this strategy of mine really is overpowered. I mean, they can't lock onto me. I move really fast. You guys have seen it 1,000 times now. It really is the end-all, be-all of what I was able to do with this. Oh yeah. that does pathetic damage to this. Yeah, look at that damage. Look at how much they just hurt me. Insane. And I can't even use the Particle Violator properly because they will adjust their aim better than I can without lock-on. That would have killed me if it hit me. Yeah, so it becomes a mixed bag once you get up real high. Like, there was no theme there, you could tell that. There was a Quantum Cannon, there was a guy using a Flamethrower and Hellfire, there was Reflect Pulsar that I picked up. I've got, like, Hexa-laser guns and whatnot. It just goes crazy once you get up to the top. They reward you with a ton of stuff. Yeah, we're really far back here in terms of playtime. I'm pretty sure this was back before I even recorded Heaven A and Heaven B. Like, I don't even think I have the overdrive and everything. You know, this is a long time ago. That's okay. So we got to listen to Deucalion's theme, and I beat up on some baddies. I think I'm going to lower the volume on this stuff, though, because it's overpowering for me. I can barely hear myself. So, sorry if you can't hear it now, but, like, I need to be able to concentrate. Alright. This is your reward for getting all the way up here. If you thought you were smart, and you just cleared the first room and went back, and cleared the first room and went back, and cleared the first room and went back, and your stats are terrible, you don't have proper physical defense and electrical defense, and you probably should have gone through Heaven A and Heaven B before coming here. Jumping to Heaven C is not a good idea, and this is exactly why. Nope. Alright, here, let me save a state here. Alright. So we got a save state. Make sure everything's all good to go. I'm not going to use my jammer. Type 01, or as they call him in this game, Dante. Ow, he has a unique weapon. That thing that keeps following me around that's blasting the crap out of me and probably going to kill me like I thought. I'm specifically not going to use my jammer to see if I can beat him without it. Because I think I can. I mean, it's just mashing X and B. And the AI can't keep up. And yeah, he just gives you Dante. It's something that you can get elsewhere. I freaked out when I got it before, I remember. That was on camera, so that's that. And we are now going to go back and reload that other save file. It should be 2043, 2058. Oh, no, I see. This was right before I finished that. And I double saved this. Alright. Now we have one last thing to do. All the doors are open. Everything's ready to go. I think I even, like, set myself up for this challenge before I was even going to record this video. Like, I think I did that on camera last time. I haven't gone back and watched the other video. Like, I specifically didn't do that so that if I repeated something in here, I knew that it was important. So sorry if I repeat myself and I annoy you. I don't mean to annoy you. I'm just trying to give the fullest experience I possibly can on Rengoku because this game didn't get nearly as much love as I think it should have gotten. And a lot of people have the same opinion about a lot of games. This is just the one that holds a special place in my heart, and so I wanted to give it my best. So here goes. To heaven. And this is where I got this technique, actually. The whole using the sword like crazy, and using it to dash around, and just mashing the buttons like mad, and using, ammo instead of coolant. Because once you level up these swords far enough, they actually won't overheat no matter how much you use them. In fact, they'll run out of ammo before they overheat. So what you need is ammo. Oh, we're not done yet. There's a ton of enemies in here, and they're all very strong. I used to know exactly how many enemies it was, too. Yeah, see, even from glancing blows, they're about to kill me. These guys are no joke. And of course, they made it to the same place I did. These enemies were never just placed somewhere. They were never just allowed somewhere. All of them... They make the parallels in the first game. I don't think they do in this game. That these enemies aren't just mindless, you know, zombified idiots. All of them had to do the same things that you did. But just like always, you, the player, come out on top. Yeah, if I try to strafe, it just automatically walks. Darn. This is why I should have practiced. Try to look cool. It just doesn't work. Deucalion. Before I do anything, I'd like to take a moment to say just a few things. First, I think I've gone through that teleporter before, but I don't remember what happens. I would also like to point out that my threat detection is not green, it is blue. I would also like to point out that on the mini-map, there is an enemy right in front of me. I just tried to lock on with the frickin' clicking in the stick. You can hit Deucalion with anything. Any weapon at all. And the same thing happens. It always takes a few hits. That item right there is probably the single most overpowered thing in this game. Probably even more overpowered than the Overdrive HD. The Overdrive HD will prevent you from dying so long as you can use it properly and keep the ammo up for it and everything else. And so if you just get really unlucky or if you're not paying attention or whatever, it's still possible to die with the Overdrive HD. This thing, just keeping this thing in your inventory will prevent you from dying. Only once. It'll only bring you back once, but it'll bring you back on the spot. the engagement ring. I don't think you'll get to see that, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to end the recording before we get back to Primordium, because it will load you back into Primordium. But it's a wedding ring. And this is it. We don't get a climactic ending like in Rengoku 1 where he flies away. But you can see there's other towers. 2 there. Rengoku 2 is what that says. They use the legal number 2 there. That's why the kanji looks insane if you're used to the simplified number 2. But yeah, these are the people responsible for Rengoku 2. The song playing is called Wanderlust. I think it's a very fitting name for the song, since it's the desire to roam, and your character just obtained his true freedom for the first time. I kind of like what it says about this game, that the ending is that simple. Rengoku 1 was it was more of a roleplay-esque kind of game. Like, you could put yourself into the character a bit more with Rengoku 1, because he didn't have his own backstory and everything, and you didn't know what was going on, really. And so you could make it your own. But then this game really, like, takes charge and just runs with it. And, I didn't like that too much, but I've already given this game enough crap for that. But that being said, at the end of Rengoku 1, you know, your character grows wings and flies away, and that's just it. It's over. You watch him fly away, the credits play, they play you some nice music just like this. But in this game, you reach the top of the tower, you stare out over the world that you now are able to fully explore, and that's it. He doesn't fly away, he doesn't grow wings, he doesn't jump off the tower, nothing. He's just gone. Or it just ends. And I think that says a bit about this game. Despite it, you know, just grabbing you and jerking you around through the whole story, and you're not able to make it your own like Rengoku 1. With the ending there, you can make of it what you want. And it's one of the redeeming qualities of Rengoku 2, is that they don't tell you that you leave, because, you know, I'm not one to judge. If you would want to stay in that environment and just fight for the rest of your life and not think about anything else, because I know that there are people like that out there, you could. Or you could think that he left. They don't tell you. They don't tell you a thing. There it is. It's the engagement ring. 2006. Special weapon capsule shaped like a ring. Bears the following engraving. And I will also have you know, before I end this, that I always thought that that thing's value was different. I always thought you were supposed to just recycle it, because it's actually worth quite a lot. Or, I remember it being worth more than that. Like 20,000. That's weird. Well, regardless, you can still do that over and over again. Like, I could go back there right now and do that over and over. No issue. Just like I cleared Heaven C again. Because I did clear it more than once. Let's put my stuff back on here. I'll just walk in here and show you that they're all still open. You can go back and you can clear that final floor as many times as you want. Heaven A, Heaven B, and Heaven C. The game doesn't restrict you. You can clear the tower as many times as you want. All that sort of thing. the only thing I did not get to show you guys about this game, and I don't even know if you can still do it on the PSP, is that there's supposed to be DLC weapons, and so I never got to show you the anchors and that sort of thing. And I think one of those DLC weapons was actually Dante's homing plasma weapon that he was hitting me with there, and I said it was a unique weapon. I think that was one of the DLC weapons as well, because they did add a little bit, but I can't do that with this game, sadly. It's emulation. It doesn't work. I tried. So, that's that. I wonder if maybe I could somehow get my PSP to work. I'd have to buy a new battery because my battery's shot. If I ever can get it to work, like if I can grab my PSP and I can just rip the save file and then use the save file on this game, like on the emulation, if I can find a way to do that, then I will make another video somewhere down the line and show off those weapons. But I don't think I can. I don't think it'll work, because I'm pretty sure that the way the emulation works, it saves files in a different format than the actual PSP does. But all in all, oh, there's one more thing that I have to do now that I've actually done that. There we go. So, that's every milestone. That's absolutely everything there is to see in this game. The only thing I'm not going to do is, I will show you the menu, but I'm not going to show you what's in it, because if you want to see that stuff, I strictly believe that it's something you need to earn for yourself, not watch me do. I mean, because anybody can do this stuff. The game's really not that hard. But look at all this stuff. You can rewatch any of the quote-unquote cutscenes, like those little black and white story things from in between the bosses. What's this? I'm just gonna skip through this real quick. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, this is the story of what happened to them before the events of the game. This is, again, the way that the story, like, takes charge and tells you that there's this big backstory. So there's the scene, I remember this, there's the scene of every single one of them dying and what all that meant and everything. Here's all the music in the game. Like, all of the, yeah, like, we just listened to this. Wanderlust. There's the new Demise for Rengoku 2, and they call this Demise, and I don't think of that as Demise. Like, I don't think of this as Confrontation. I don't think of that as Confrontation. What I think of as Confrontation is this. This extra here is all of the stuff from Rengoku 1, as well as new arrangements that you can't get anywhere else. Like, if you want to listen to these, you have to complete all of Heaven. There's several of the illustrations from the last game, and something else. I think I'll show that, actually. But yeah, you can watch the opening, the digest, they say, and then the opening to the, like, new game, and then the ending for Rengoku 1, with the credits from Rengoku 1, because everything from Rengoku 1 is still in here, so the credits are still relevant. And then this thing. And I don't think I can pause it while it's playing, so I'll have to do a live translation of this, but if you're watching this and you don't speak any Japanese, this isn't going to make a lick of sense to you. This was the advertisement. Okay, yeah, I can't even read that fast, and if it was one body, like one android will, it's too fast because it's complex kanji. Mars, yeah, it's just listing all their names, and it's all in the katakana, and this is how I learned how to say their names, actually. Like, that's how I say Alchemaeon, because it's the long O there. Griffiths, for some reason they call him Adam, just straight up, but they list his other part as whatever. But then, look at all this. Sorry for the screen tearing, it's emulation, but you see how crazy all of the, like, cutscenes and stuff were? I feel like Rengoku 1 was probably a more ambitious project than it turned out to be, just from watching this footage. And I could be wrong. This could just be something that they made, like, to pique your interest and whatnot. Oh, it starts now. Well, that one's easy. But yeah, Rengoku, Tower of Purgatory. I could read the last one because it's like, you know, like elementary school level Japanese. Battle something. God dang it. Yeah, it's too fast. I would have to like sit down and actually get like an MP4 of that, or like use my own recording and like pause and play and pause and play and pause and play and like get out a dictionary and translate some of those kanji, because some of those are like high school level and beyond. This was not a game meant for like little kids. This is a game meant for adults, and so people who were high school graduates would have been able to read all that no problem. My Japanese isn't that good. Like maybe middle school level. I try. But alright, for real now, that is everything in this game that I'm willing to show you. Like I said, if you want to read this stuff, or if you want to like listen to all of the old music, if you want to see the graphics and everything, I'm not going to show you any of that. All of that stuff you need to earn. I've done enough, I think. So, thanks everybody for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the Rengoku series. I really tried to put my all into it. I did as much as I could. I don't want to show absolutely everything because I feel like that would be disrespectful to the people who made this game. If you watched this much, if you've seen all of my playthrough, like you saw the first one, you saw the second one, and you're watching this right now, if you don't own both of these games, shame on you. You need to go out and buy these games. Especially if you enjoyed yourself at all. Like, in terms of watching the gameplay. Like, I highly doubt that I'm entertaining at all. I know that I'm not, first of all, a professional at this or anything like that. I'm just here to show off some games that I really like and I really want people to show some more attention to. And so, I'm not trying to be a hipster about it or anything like, oh, nobody else likes these games but me. Like, no. It's just, these games were sleepers. They didn't really get any advertisement. Not a whole lot of people played them. And, you know, I feel like that's kind of a tragedy. Because the games that I'm going to be putting on the channel are things that just hold a special place in my heart. And I'm really happy that I found them, or that I was introduced to them. So this has been Rengoku 1 and Rengoku 2. Purgatory is the meaning of Rengoku. And so we've played both the Tower of Purgatory and the Stairway to Heaven. Man, I can't believe it's over though. Because honestly, I don't think I'll ever play these games again after this. I've done everything that I possibly could with them, and I'm satisfied with it. So, if you made it this far, I really appreciate your time. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, you know, I can't thank you enough for sticking through it with me. This is a really big part of my creative process and my childhood. Well, not really my childhood. I was more like, I think I was in high school when I played these games, but still, it's a big part of me. And a lot of things that exist in these games are what I look for in games now. So, if it had that profound of an effect on you as well, I would really like to hear about it. Like, I'm not trying to inflate comments or anything, but I genuinely would like to hear about it. There's a private messaging system on YouTube. Please, like, I want to hear from people about this game. I want to know what kind of characters you liked to play, what you liked about the story, what you didn't like about the story, just, you know, personal stuff. I've never found a forum or anything to talk to people about this, so I've kind of had to do things on my own, I guess. And I hope I've done some good here. If for whatever reason any of the videos are ever gone, that would be because, you know, Konami or Hudson, you know, basically copyright claimed and said take it down. And I would be kind of sad if they did that, because I want this game to be out there somewhere for people to find it. Because without the videos and without like using tagging and whatnot, and without the recommended stuff on YouTube, like, I don't know if people would just be like, I'm gonna sit down and look for old PSP games to play, you know? So, it's my own form of advertising, I guess. I don't know. I wanted to do it. I wanted to bring you guys with me. I'm rambling at this point, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Like, it's such a big part of my life. I feel like I'm closing on something a lot bigger than I feel like I should have in here. Let me change the music already. I feel like I'm closing on something a lot bigger than just playing a simple game. And I really have the people who made the game to thank for that. Like I said, this series of games did inspire me to come up with a book idea, something similar. It's probably be the 5th book I write, unless I skip over one of the other ones. And it's also influenced all the other works that I've done. I think I have a really, really awful fan fiction of it up somewhere, trying to explain like what I think went down before the start of Rengoku 1. And I do kind of fuse Rengoku 2 in there a little bit, I think. And then I have a crossover between Rengoku and Tenchu. I think it was Tenchu Z specifically. Just because I kind of wanted to know what it would be like if one of these crazy frames appeared in, like, you know, feudal Japan. That was just me being bored one day, sitting down for 2 hours and writing that. That was no big deal. But it really has influenced me a lot. And, you know, I sort of wonder if it's influenced other people as much as it's influenced me. Because it really is a big deal for me, this game. And part of me doesn't want to let it go. Part of me wants to go like, okay, well, hey, now here's this other secret thing that you didn't know existed in this game that I figured out. No, that's it. This is it. And I should just, you know, stop floundering for more things to say and stop trying to give it more time and just end it. I'm going to feel bad for doing it, but, you know, it's got to come sooner or later. And, you know, no amount of rambling and whatever is going to add any more substance to this game at this point. I have squeezed everything I can out of it for you guys. For posterity, I suppose. But, you know, nothing more I can do about it. Thanks everybody for watching. And, maybe I've added something to this for you that you didn't have playing the game yourself. Or maybe now you'll go play the game yourself and you'll see it in a different way than I did when I first played the game, you know, with a bit more depth than I gave it credit for. I hope I've taught you something about the game if you have played it before. I did try to include absolutely everything I knew. All in all, it's been a pretty surreal experience, and I appreciate you coming along the ride with me. So, I'll see you in the next series, which will be Guitar Man. And after that, Chaos Legion, and after that, I think Black Rock Shooter, if I can get around to it. We'll see. But, thanks again for watching.